All right, good morning and welcome to our channel Princess Seat. Today is the 4th of July 2025, and we thank the Lord for life and His mercy. We stand today as part of a larger family, men and women, young and old, who have for months and even years held on to a promise of transformation, a promise that aims not just at individual upliftment, but at rewriting the stories of entire households, communities, and generations to come. The mission behind this disbursement is not ordinary. It is a divine, it is actually a divine orchestrated mandate that is meant to break the cycles of poverty, unemployment, and systemic exclusion that have actually plagued and plunged our society for decades into confusions. Yet in the face of delays, confusion, and the onslaughts of misinformations, it is understandable that morals would wane. The human mind is wired to question prolonged waiting, to doubt when clarity appears scarce, and to lose faith when progress feels delayed. But this is precisely why we must pause, and that's why I'm here this morning. We must reflect and also rekindle our collective determinations. Firstly, let us acknowledge the reality. Yes, delays have occurred, leadership tussles, system reviews, external interference, and inevitable administrative bottlenecks have played their path. No one is blind to the complexities or the internal friction that have occasionally made headlines within this ecosystem. We've had the contradictory voices, some credible, some mischievous, each one trying to sway the hopes of beneficiaries in one direction or the other. But amidst the noise, one truth remains unmoved. Disbursement is a reality, not a myth. I'll be with you just in a moment. All right, welcome back, and we are still on course. Yes, we have seen substantial groundwork that's been completed behind the scenes. Delegates have engaged stakeholders both at home and abroad. Legal structures have been reinforced. Processes that protect beneficiaries and ensure transparency have also been tightened at different times. And while some voices circulate fear, others champion hope. And it is essential to align with those that are building, not those who are tearing down. Even in the heat of conflicting reports, where some say the delegates have returned, while others counter that narrative, they are yet to return. We must remain so anchored to the undeniable fact that the mechanisms of disbursement are active, whether visibly or subtly. The wheels of progress continue to turn. I do believe that victory is often hidden in silence. Let history remind us that great victories are often birthed in silence. The absence of public noise does not mean inactivities. The lack of daily updates does not equate to abandonment. Sometimes, in the quiet, strategies are perfected, loopholes closed, and enemies of progress are checkmated. Consider some determined voice that are still championing this course those who are also risking reputation, time, resources to push the vision closer to manifestation. I don't want to start mentioning names, and when I leave out others, it appears like there is a narrative of biasness. I don't want that. But you could hear them in recent times. Regardless of differences, they have remained committed to the end goal, ensuring that beneficiaries, genuine ones, are not shortchanged. Yes, just of late, Professor Gali, though stand in his latest caution that disbursement may not happen this week, still ended on a note of certainty. He said victory is ours. That voice, beloved beneficiaries, I see as not just a statement of doubt, but one of timing. It is not a question of whether disbursement is going to happen. It is. But when? Now, in these defining moments, every one singular expectant beneficiary must consciously decide what to hold on to. Will you hold on to frustration or onto faith? Will you dwell on the propaganda or align with the process? It is said that success is often snatched away from those who give up prematurely. We must understand that the delays, though painful, have also served as refining fire for a major chorus as this. The chaos exposed impostors, fake slot sellers, and opportunists exploiting the vulnerables. The system has now seen the gaps and is patching them. Internal structures have been reinforced to prevent the wrong hands from hijacking resources that is meant for the masses. So what should you do in a moment like this? Just hold on to verified information. Do not allow every broadcast from the WhatsApp or manipulated voice note to derail your peace. Follow trusted, verifiable channels for updates. Hold on to unity. The greatest weapon against stagnation is division. We must remain one singular entity. Different voices, yet one vision. Avoid factionalism or campaigns of calumny that is against coordinators who are genuinely working towards this course for fulfillment. Please, hold on to patience. Though it's difficult, patience is a tool of the wise. A lot of people before us have waited months, even years, for policy-driven financial interventions. And when the tide turned, it turned swiftly and decisively. Hold on to your preparations. Are you ready for your allocations? Have you mapped out how you will invest? How you're going to multiply? And how you're going to uplift others once your portion arrives? This period of waiting is not an idle time. I see it as preparation time. One thing I also want to like to address is the battle of narratives. Yes, the battle of narratives. We live in an era where the battle is no longer fought only with weapons, but with narratives. Whose voice shapes your expectation? There are those invested in spreading discouragement who are fanning confusion and profiting from fear. Yes, I'm not missing a word with this. But you as a person, you must align with builders, with visionaries, with credible leadership structures. Recently, attempts to discredit legitimate stakeholders have increased, especially surrounding alleged fees like the infamous of 200,000 clearance fraud making rounds. Thankfully, some upright leaders have also swiftly debunked these fraudulent schemes. Pastor Obasi Okore, the senior special advisor to Joyce Lovely, has openly distanced himself from any unauthorized clearance payments, reminding us to stay vigilant and also discerning. I see such courageous declarations from within that shows that the house is being cleansed. Structures are also being realigned and accountability is being restored. It is therefore premature to abandon hope when the finishing touches have been applied. Listen, beyond disbursement, there is the bigger picture. Let us rise above our narrow, selfish expectations. This movement is more than the personal gain of any individual within the house. It's about nation building. It's about setting a new standard for transparent, people-driven resource allocations. It's about showing Africa and the world that integrity-led financial empowerment is also possible within the country. And when the funds begin to flow, when communities are revitalized, when small businesses begin to rise, when the widows, the youths, the vulnerable, when they receive a new lease of life, history is going to remember those who stay the course, those who refuse to buckle under pressure. So every WhatsApp group, every Telegram channel, every social media space, and every gathering of expectant beneficiaries must now become a center of hope, not despair. Speak life. Don't speak death. Promote verified information, not sensational rumors. I want to put up this final call to all that is on this platform. This is your moment of testing. Honestly. All right, let me say, this is our moment of testing collectively. What happens to one happens to all. We're all in this together. But will you crumble under the weight of doubt or rise on the wings of hope and faith? Will you lend your voice to building or to destruction? The wise understand that good things, lasting things, takes time. Already, timelines, I believe, have been realigned. Leadership engagements have intensified. Internal disagreements have been ironed out. The days ahead holds promise, but only for those who are prepared in the mind and spirit. It is not noisemakers, but the silent, steady builders that history rewards. Refuse to be distracted, refuse to be disheartened, refuse to be manipulated by selfish individuals seeking personal gain through divisions. We must fix our eyes on the ultimate goal: total disbursement, community transformation, and economic rebirth. And when that day arrives, and it surely will, it will not only be a financial transaction for all, but the birthing of a new era for thousands of families. In the words of a wise leader, do not faint at the final lap. Your crown awaits. Let this message sink deep inside you. Disbursement is not cancelled. It is being perfected. Setbacks are not permanent. They are strategic pauses. Your portion is preserved. Your readiness is essential. Kindly stay hopeful, stay united, stay prepared, because victory is in sight. This is Prince Cecil Channel, the channel with legitimacy of purpose, information ready to spice up your understanding and gear you towards success. We are in all this together, and I hope to see you at the dancing floor in a short while. Thank you very much for drawing the curtain for this morning commentary. And until we come your way again, today is a day of celebration for all and sundry. Thank you very much, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on our updates. When we drop one, you have one. We love you, and do have a nice day ahead of you. God bless you. Bye for now.